Hi, and welcome to Style Thoughts by Rita. And you're here because I'm betting you have some really cool stuff in your closet, like a blouse with super dramatic sleeves, or some cool statement earrings, or maybe a beaded bag. And the problem is that for many people, the stuff is there in the closet, but it's more like a museum piece than something you actually use. You just kind of wistfully gaze at it, thinking like, wouldn't it be nice? And then it never comes on. The advice I tend to see online about this topic is like, just wear the thing, you know, woo! And it's usually a person who's like wearing really cool stuff and they're like, you can too. And I find this super sweet and I find it really, really encouraging. But I also find that this advice is not always so effective. So instead of just encouraging you to wear this stuff, I'm going to help you in this video understand why you're not wearing the things, what the problems are, and then I'm gonna give you tips on overcoming these 4 problems. And so problem number 1 is gonna be that it feels like the item is wearing you. However, I have to tell you that most people take the wrong approach to solving this problem. Usually when you feel like an item is too much, you wanna tone down the rest of the outfit. And it kind of makes sense to do this because the outfit again feels like it's too much. So you're like, well, I'm gonna try and make it more subtle. But that's not what happens. Because when you wear subtle neutrals with one exciting statement piece, it's like you're putting a bold, colorful item onto a neutral background, like how they display rings and stuff in the jewelry store. It literally pops more and it becomes even more noticeable because it's on this neutral background. What you do is you create a stark contrast, which then brings even more attention to the item. So if the solution is not to keep the outfit simple, you can play with the theme and you can play with the intensity of the outfit until the statement piece visually belongs to the overall look. So as a simple example, if you never wear jewelry, a statement pendant like this heart might feel a little bit too bold, but then you combine it with this choker necklace and it introduces way more visual interest to the look. Literally, the person can look at both the heart and the choker necklace, right? Or as another example, let's look at this bold necklace, and here it's combined with this very dramatic flowing black top. So even though the necklace does really pop because of the gold and the shine, in this outfit, the shape and the flow of the shirt is creating a lot of visual interest. So the outfit, think about it, it would not have at all the same effect if she had a simple black t-shirt on instead of like a black tank top, even though the colors are the same. If your outfit feels like it's too simple, you're gonna add at least one other focal point. So you wanna adjust the shapes, the textures, the colors, the accessories, until the special piece fits more into the look. All right, so that's the first problem solved. Now you have an outfit that works for the piece, but still don't feel comfortable wearing it. Oftentimes, the problem is it feels out of place, right? So whereas previously it was like your special statement piece was too much and the outfit was too plain, now it's kind of like you are the thing that's too much and your backdrop, the environment, is too plain. So what do? Really, do you just give up on fun stuff forever? I thought about this a lot because I work with so many people on this question, and the answer is to first figure out, okay, how out there is this piece really? Okay, we're gonna do kind of a scientific measurement. So if an everyday baseline regular outfit is over here and a red carpet gala outfit is all the way over here, the question is, where is this special outfit landing? So if you have this pair of 4-inch stilettos covered with the diamante crystals, you're not gonna wear them like more than once or twice a year. But for everything else that's not in this red carpet zone, you have 2 options. First, you can create the occasion, right? This is really good, especially for pieces that are kind of like on the more special side, not so close to the everyday thing. My clients have really struggled with this suggestion at first because it sounds so high maintenance and your brain will tell you it's, I don't know, ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. But it's none of those things. If you have something beautiful and you would enjoy wearing it, it's totally reasonable and appropriate to create a situation where you can wear that thing. If you've got a beloved outfit that's unworn, maybe you could plan a special outing to a restaurant, cultural event, for an upcoming trip. It doesn't have to be that big either. You can just tell your friend it's dress up night, and then you can both be a bit overdressed, and you can have like a glass of wine or a dessert, and then you have each other and you're creating more happiness in the world. Because it's such a small pleasure in life to wear something that feels special, so why not give it to yourself if it's available? But for pieces that are more out there but still quite wearable, so kind of like in the zone here, The solution is just to adjust your inner permission settings, right? So if your baseline is here, what if you allowed yourself to experiment with like being 10% more out there? So perhaps the printed blazer isn't coming out yet, but maybe like a brightly printed shirt under a simple blazer. You want to just start there and then expand to your bolder pieces. But the point of this is just to find out where the limit is, because depending on your workplace, your friends, what relationships you have, you don't really know where the limit actually is, and you need to figure out where it is. So you got to start on the safe side and then build up from there until you find it. So okay, so you've got an outfit that works. You know where you could wear it, but still you get stuck. I would say the voice in your head often says like, you can't pull this off, which is the third problem with special and bold pieces, which is that we worry how we look in them. Like we basically worry that it's gonna be special, then we're gonna stand out, and then we're gonna get criticized for how we look because we look so bad. I'm laughing because the brain is so funny. It's really hard being a person. So first off, oftentimes, like definitely we just exaggerate how bad an item looks on us. Due to our worries, we absolutely fixate on the smaller stuff. Probably looks much nicer than you think. Where you see clashing colors or unflattering neckline or, oh, this should really be a different sleeve length, most people are just gonna say like, oh, cool dress. Like, oh, that's a unique bag, and that's really nice. So it's really helpful to understand the majority of perspectives on your fashion are not really scrutinizing you. But more importantly, and I think this might sound kind of wild to you, but it's actually normal and it's totally okay if our special pieces are not the most perfectly flattering, because we're all mortal beings with a limited amount of time and money. So finding something that is really special and unique, which really pleases our eyes, which feels like an artistic object, and is in our shape, color, style, and budget, it's very difficult. So of course you will have some pieces like that, but unless your pieces are custom made and you're like this magical sewing goddess, oftentimes it's not going to be 100%. So then my question is like, so what? It's actually very reasonable sometimes to get things and wear them because we love how they look rather than how they look on us. And realistically, I want to ask you, like, when is this a problem, right? To have a clashing thing. It's a problem, I would say, for important events where you want photos which are really memorable. If you get a color there that really clashes with your complexion, for the next 5 years, that photo is going to bother you, right? So they're really important to practice and see like, okay, does this actually work? It's also, I would say, a problem in situations where you have an obligation to somebody on your appearance. So if you're doing a presentation about a project, you're representing a project or a team, it's not just you. But what about just situations in life where we don't owe other people to look as hot as possible? What if you just want to have fun? You know, if you have a friend party and you have this ridiculous like highlighter green dress and you know it's not great on you, but it's so much fun and it's like you have a really cute outfit. What if you just want to enjoy? Or what if you're going for an evening out with your partner, you really want to wear their favorite shoes, even if they don't like go with the outfit, but you know, but that's like what you want to wear. Or what if you just want to enjoy running errands and you want to wear the coat which clashes with these pants, but that clash to you is just like, you're excited, you love it, you're ready to go. Basically, to overcome the problem a lot of time on not flattering on me, I think it's important to remind ourselves about the intentions and think that there is just a lot of innate intrinsic fun and reward in wearing something that's cool and creative. And yeah, sometimes we have to choose between the pleasure of wearing something cool and creative and the pleasure of looking like the tastiest snack. You're allowed to choose the former. You don't always have to be presenting yourself the hottest way. Okay, so if you got the nice outfit, you feel comfortable wearing it, you're confident in how you look, but you still don't want to do the thing. This is, we have reached the toughest problem to solve. And I found that this is usually the problem feels like, oh, what's wrong with me? And people are like, I need to fix this. But the problem isn't really something to fix. It's that it doesn't feel like it's you enough. So one way it could be fixable is if you're just not used to seeing yourself in things like that. If you're like, I'm not that cool. I talked about this in my Style Right videos, my Delicate videos, but we all people need time to adjust when we see ourselves in new style. So instead of thinking like, this isn't authentic to me, I'm not this cool, you can ask yourself like, do I want to wear this piece? Do I want it? Do I like it? And if you're actually excited about having it on you, having it a part of you, it's yours to wear. You deserve it. That is your official permission slip from the universe. The point is just to work up to being comfortable wearing it, and I've talked about that before. The other thing about things that don't feel authentic is that oftentimes we basically don't feel like we deserve to have special and beautiful things, so we stop ourselves. We're waiting until we become, I don't even know, like more valuable, more beautiful, more special. I don't know, until life is better and you will get this permission slip and you'll be allowed to wear the cool stuff. There's just like a lot of inner waiting sometimes. It's like, oh no, that's not for me though. And I just want you to know in this video that you already do deserve to wear the special and unique pieces, and you don't need to wait. And if you find yourself like in general struggling with wearing cool, beautiful things, even though you have a good outfit, you have somewhere to wear it, you're comfortable with how you look in it, it could just be worth really taking some time to think about, why don't I feel like I deserve this, and how can I help myself to feel like I deserve this? And of course, part of it is like, just get out there and wear it and then you'll see you deserve it. But it's also just like sitting with that question for a little bit can so incredibly helpful for a lot of people. And finally, examining the issue of authenticity, I think a lot of times actually leads us to realize that like, no, this thing is not authentic to me and I don't want it to be authentic to me. It's not something I'm excited about wearing. It's like something I bought because I thought I should be the person who wears these things. Like, you know, I'm young, so I should wear like ultra sexy stuff, or like I'm 40, I need to wear like this stuff because I'm an adult now. So sometimes, you know, we just have these ideas about how we need to become cooler and sexier, more grown-up, youthful, whatever. But really, you don't want to do that thing. So a lot of times just, again, asking yourself, is this a thing that I don't even want to really be wearing? It can give you such a helpful insight and really a big style breakthrough of actually engaging with the question. So rather than like bulldozing and forcing yourself to just like wear the stuff, finding out like, oh, do I actually feel unworthy? Or do I actually not want this thing anymore? These are really helpful questions to discover. Anyway, it's kind of crazy to me, I say this all the time, but how many complex and emotional layers there are to clothes. It's never just about the clothes, but it's about our worth. It's about how we see ourselves, what we fear, what we're excited about. And I do think it's really important to try and wear things that are more special and are more unique to us in everyday life without making it a stress point. It's just that there's so many opportunities for beauty in the world, and it's really nice to be able to add some of that beauty to your day. And I do think many of us also have so many things in the closet which are just sitting there waiting to be worn. I also know that many of us have a lot of things in our closet which are not waiting to be worn, belonging to that maybe an older version of us. It's just not really for us anymore, or was never for us, whatever. So if you feel that your closet is full of unwearable things, you should definitely watch my video on closet cleaning for your quadrant. I'm gonna link it here so that you can remove some of that distraction and stress from your closet and kind of experience it more as a peaceful, inspiring place. And I'll see you next time. Bye!